Welcome to PowerBITrek tutorial for DAX. In this video, we will learn three more time intelligence DAX formulas like start of month, start of quarter, and start of year. And we will see how we can use these functions to calculate any measure or create any metric on our given data set. In our previous videos, we learned about quick measures in which we saw how to create measures to calculate month over month, quarter over quarter, and year over year percentage change in sales with our sample data set without writing DAX formula manually, that is using pre-built calculations in Power BI. And if you're watching this video for the first time, please do check out the previous videos of this playlist to learn more about time intelligence DAX in Power BI. Also, we have other playlists created for data visualization from basics to advanced, in which you will learn how to create graphs and format the visuals using formatting options. And we have another playlist for end-to-end Power BI dashboard design and creation tutorial, in which you will learn how to create very interactive and dynamic dashboards for a given data set. So you will find the links in the description box for these two playlists as well as the sample data set that we're going to use in this video, in this tutorial. And also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and share with your friends who want to learn Power BI and data analysis. So let's see what are these functions in Power BI, that is start of month, start of quarter, and start of year, and how we can implement this and how we can use these functions to calculate a measure. So let me show you the data of what I have loaded into Power BI. So we are going to use the same data that we used earlier in the previous videos, that is finance data. And we have sales entries and profit entries per country and per product and per segment. So there is a slight change in the data set as earlier. I have reduced some rows from this data set. So I'm going to upload a new sample data in this in the description box of this video. So please download that for the practice purpose. So I'll just create a new measure to calculate the total sales amount. Okay, so that we can use so that we can use this newly created measure in our calculations. So I'll just go ahead and create a new measure. I'll just name this as total sales, and sum I'll use the sum function. I'll pass the date column, sorry, sales, and I'll pass the sales column here. I just didn't. So we have created a measure to calculate the total sales amount. Okay. And I'll just bring the table, the blank table here, so that I can explain you what are these functions actually. So I'll just expand this. So from our field columns, I will bring the date column. Okay, so I'll just remove the hierarchy. I'll just right click here. Just right click and select the date instead of date hierarchy. So I'll bring the sales. So I'll bring this newly created measure. So the first function we will see how it works. That is start of month. The start of month function returns the first date or day of the each month of that particular year. So this function should return the 1st of January for that particular year, particular for that particular month, that is January. And again, it will repeat and it will select the 1st February since it is the first day of that month. And then it will again select the 1st of March, and it will continue actually till the end. So it will just take first day of each month and it will return the date. So In this case, we will use the start of month function to calculate the total sales amount for every first day of each month for each year. Okay, so in this case, start of month, we will return the first January sales, then it will again continue with month of February, that is 1st February and 1st March and 1st April, and it will aggregate the selected values and it will return the total overall value. Let's see. So practically, we will see how we can uh, create the measure to calculate the first day sales and aggregate that. Okay, so I'll just create a new measure for this. So let me go ahead and create a new measure here, and I will use this. I will name this as start of month underscore sales. Okay, so so here we have to use calculate function to calculate the total sales, and we will filter the date using the start of month function. So I'll just use calculate function, and calculate function will take uh, first argument as expression. So expression means here that what value we're going to calculate. So in our case, it is a sales. So I'll just pass the total sales measure which we created. So I'll just type total sales. Okay, and then we have to filter out the date. So to filter the date, I will use filter function. Okay, available in Power BI. And for filter function, we have to pass two arguments, that is table name, and filter expression. So in our case, table name is finance data here, if you see. So I'll just type finance data. So automatically it will pop up, and we have to give filter expressions that we have to filter out the date here using the start of month function. So I will use date column, okay, which we have in our data set. If you see this column, so I'll just use this field finance data date, and should be equal to, I will use here start of month function. If you see start of month function, so start of month function takes one argument, that is dates. So in our case, date is date column which we have in our data set. So I'll pass the date column again here to filter the start of month, okay, from the date. So I'll just close this everything. So this formula should return the first day sales for every month, okay, and it will aggregate the total it will aggregate the sales amount for each month, and it will return the overall value. Okay, so I'll just hit enter, and I will bring this field to this table. And if you see here, it is returning the first day sales for each month. If you see for 1st of January, the total sales amount was total sales is 32,370. So it is actually taking this value. And in month of February, we had 20,450. So it will go on till the last date, okay, last month, and it will aggregate the values, okay, and it will return the overall value. So if I bring this to card, okay, I'll just create one empty card here, and I'll just put this under fields, and I'll just change it. So under callout value, I will change display units as none, and I'll just minimize this to 24. Okay, so if you see the overall value it is returning, that is 4,41,772. So it is matching with this table value. So this is how you can select the first day sales of each month, and you can aggregate the overall value, overall sales value, selecting first day sales for every month, and you can return the overall value using the start of month function. So similarly, we will see how we can return the total sales for first day of every quarter using start of quarter function. Okay. So I'll just create a new measure for this again. I'll just go here, create a new measure, and I'll just name this as start of QTR underscore sales. So here again we going to use calculate function again, and the first expression should be the total sales that we're going to calculate, and we will use the filter function again. Under filter, we will provide the table name that is finance data, and we'll filter the date. So in order to filter the date, I will use the date column and should be equal to start of quarter this time, and I'll pass the date again. So date fill. So I'll close this everything. So this formula should return us the total sales amount for first day of every quarter. Since we have almost like minimum data, so uh, there are 4 quarters in year. So starting from January, February, March will be considered as for quarter one, Q1, and April, May, and June will be considered as quarter two, and it will go on. So we have that is data for 2 years, that is 2023 and 2024. So it will count up to Q1 and Q2 for year 2023, and for 2024 we have only January, February, and March. So it will be counted as Q1 only since we do not have data for April, May, and June. So what this function will return, it will take the first day of that particular quarter. So it will consider January, February, March as a Q1, and it will take the first day of that, and it will return that value, and it will repeat again for Q2. So in Q2 we have only 2 months, that is April and May. June data is not there. So it will take first April data for that 3 months, and again it will continue for the next date, that is 2024 year, 1st of January. So let's see, I'll just hit enter, and I'll just bring this newly created to fields. So now you see it is reduced to quarter level. We see here for month, it is actually taking month or month, and now it is taking quarter or quarter. So the first day sales for that Q1 2023 is this 32,000, and for Q2 it is from April, it will take 34,556. Okay, and it will repeat. And for Q for 2024 we have only Q1 data, that is from January to March. So it will consider only first day of that particular quarter, that is January, February, March. So it's 1st of January, and it will take the value, and it will aggregate the or aggregate these total selected values, and it will return this overall. So let me bring this to card so that you can see the overall value. Okay, I'll just copy this one, and I'll remove this field, and I'll bring the this newly. So now you see this value is matching with the table value. Okay, so this is how we can return the total sales for first day of every quarter, and you can aggregate those values and return the overall value. Similarly, we can see start of year function. It will return the first day sales for that particular year. Okay. So in our case, we have only 2 years data, that is 2023 and 2024. So it will take 1st January data and for 2023 year and 1st January data for 2024 year, since we have starting days as 1st of January for each year. So let's see how we can do that. So I'll just create a new measure for this again. So I'll just name this as start of year sales, and here we'll use calculate function again. Expression should be total sales, and we'll use the filter function. So I'll pass the table name, and we will use the date column to filter. So in this case now we will use start of year function. See, and here there's a little difference between these two, month, quarter, and year function. So year start of year function takes two arguments, that is dates. The first argument is date as date, and the second argument as year end date. So we have to provide the date, the year end date. So I'll just pass this date column. Okay, so here, and since we have a data till 2024 year, so I'll just write 2024 year, okay, here, and I'll just close this. Just hit enter, and I'll just select this table and bring this measure. Now it is, now you can see it is reduced to year level. So it is taking the first day sales for year 2023 and first day sales for year 2024, and it is aggregating the value and it is returning the overall value. So if I bring this to the card, you can see the total sales. I'll just remove this, and I'll just bring this field. So now you see this value is matching with our table calculation. So this is how you can you make use of these functions in Power BI to calculate the first day sales for every month or every quarter and every year, and return the total aggregate value. And this will help you to for like a reporting purpose, if you are reporting on monthly basis or quarterly basis or yearly basis. So I hope this is clear to you, and I hope you're able to create the measures using this function. So if you like this video, please hit like button and share with your friends, and please subscribe to the channel so that uh, you will be notified once we post new videos on DAX or DAX functions or any other like data visualization or end-to-end Power BI dashboard creation. So please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends, and stay tuned and stay updated and with Power BI Trek.